up early, sun shining bright. Got the flag, got the fight. Ready for the big game today. College football fever. Yeah. Dugouts packed, the crowd's alive, cheerleaders spinning, waving flags, game day magic, feels like home. Amondo, D-Truth, Lunu, and Sniper on the mic. Are you ready for some college football Saturday? Let's cheer for our team, feeling the thrill of the game. Screaming, jumping, never slowing down. Together we're unstoppable, can't you feel the fun? Marching band, drums rolling out, tailgating, burgers cooking good. The field's lit, the energy's high, we're ready, let's make history. Coach is yelling, players running fast, from Texas to Notre Dame, Georgia, Clemson, USC, Tennessee, Bama to Ohio State, defending their crown. The final whistle, the crowd roars, victory we won, it's all worth it. High fives, hugs, we're all one. College football fever, we own it. Are you ready for some college football Saturday? Let's cheer for our team, feeling the thrill of the game. Screaming, jumping, never slowing down. Together we're unstoppable, can't you feel the fun? Mondo, D-Truth, you kill, we're unstoppable. Saturday morning kickoff show, we ride from morning till night, we're on fire. This is the season, we're the pride.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Black Friday to everyone. Happy Black Friday to everyone, and happy Rivalry Week. And it starts on a Friday today. Salute everyone. Salute, 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 salute. Hope everyone had a blessed and happy and safe Thanksgiving Day yesterday. Salute to everyone, and salute to my co-host here, D True. Salute to your brother. How was your Thanksgiving yesterday?
Oh, it was good. You know what I'm saying? I usually don't celebrate the holidays like this, but other people do. I ain't got no problem with them celebrating because I know what it's all about. But I ain't gonna spoil their fun.
Exactly, exactly. And salute to the chat. I see 225 Girl is in the chat. Crimson Tide, Buckeye 2K, JYD Dog. I'm gonna take it as that stands for the Junkyard Dog. Salute to you, salute. Level Up Sport 10, salute to you, salute once again. 225 Girl, thank you for being here. Salute. Thank you to everyone. For all of you, I know we have 40 and that's watching. For those of you that are riding or stuck in traffic this morning, or you're out doing your Black Friday shopping and you chose to listen in on the broadcast this morning, this is a special broadcast. Rivalry Week officially begins today, and it starts at 12 noon. We have the Egg Bowl. It is this has got to be the most anticipated Egg Bowl that I've seen in my lifetime. I've never felt this much hype around and this much emotions around the Egg Bowl. But this Egg Bowl is one of the most anticipated Egg Bowls in recent history. You got to go all the way back to the early 60s, the last time you had an Egg Bowl this much anticipated. Last night we had a game last night. For those of you know, Navy defeated in Memphis last night. Navy is pretty much they're still alive for a playoff spot, barring if any kind of catastrophe happens. Say if North Texas loses to Temple today, something really drastic has to happen. Tulane losing or whatever, that could probably put Navy right in the driver's seat in the All American Conference. But before we get into that, I just want to say this. Listen, we have been deprived on Thanksgiving Day. Look, I love the NFL, don't get me wrong, but college football is my first love. I grew up loving college football. If someone give me a choice, hey, it's college football and NFL, you got to choose. It's college football. So I wish that they would come out with some kind of petition or whatever. The University of Mississippi State, University of Ole Miss, and go to the producers at ESPN and demand them to put that game back on Thanksgiving night. That is, it is a tradition that the Egg Bowl be played on Thanksgiving night. Come up with something, or go get, go work out a deal with Netflix. But we need that Egg Bowl back on Thanksgiving night, brother. What do you think? Do you agree?
Yeah, because some of the matchup in the NFL is not what it cracked up to be. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like back in the day when you had Dallas, Detroit, and all them folks playing on Thanksgiving. You were excited to see them games. But the college football era now is taking on the NFL because
Hmm.
known for the NIL and the transfer portal stuff. You had players ready to go to the NFL. Now the big stars are staying in college a little longer because they're getting paid. So that's making it more exciting. And another news that I found out, another coach at Alabama is, I think another school looking at another coach from the Alabama staff. So there's another distraction added to it. So you see what I'm saying? So hey, college football is interesting, very interesting.
Very interesting. You got distractions all across the board, but I think the one school that's handling this very well. Now we'll see when they take the field today, but I think North Texas is handling this very, very well. For those of you that don't know, Chris Morris, I'm sorry, Eric Morris. Eric Morris. I hate to mispronounce people's names, but Eric Morris, he will be coaching at Oklahoma State. They made it official a couple of days ago, and I guess they'll do the press conference sometime this week. And but he will still coach the team. Today, he's going to coach the team in the conference championship game, and if they do make the playoffs, which I think it is looking more and more like they will make the playoffs, as long as they take care of business in the conference championship game. He said that he will coach in the playoffs. So as long as however far they go in the playoffs, he's going to be there. He's not leaving until the job is done. That is how it that this thing should be handled between Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. A lot of people are anticipating, and a lot of people are predicting that Ole Miss will not allow Lane to coach in the playoffs or any postseason games. There's a strong possibility that Ole Miss could be playing in Atlanta next Saturday against my Georgia Bulldogs. But hey, you know, I feel like he's earned the right to finish out the job. This notion that he's going to take players or he's going to poach players and take them wherever, the LSU or Florida, wherever he chooses, wherever he announces that he's going to go. I still think that the man, after all he's done for the university, putting this football program on a level that it has not been on since 1962, I feel like he should, be given the opportunity to coach in the postseason. And like I always say, when you lose a head coach, whether it's to retirement or whether it's to, if they decide to go pursue another job, another coaching job, or if they get fired, your program is going to take a hit. Your program, at least for a year or two, is going to take a recovery period. Even the great Nick Saban, after Mike Shula was fired and Nick Saban took over, it took him like a good 2 years to rebuild that program to championship status, and they won a national title in his third season at Bama. So that comes with the territory. I mean, am I
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're right. And I'm gonna say this right here. Even with a coach leave, right? You might have players transfer out of there anyway. So it ain't nothing going. what you gonna do? Don't want him to coach because he's scared. He gonna take some players with him. They try to make it. It's kind of seem like they try to get him an ultimatum. Don't take the players with me, or stay, or don't take the players with 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 him. But then again, it seems like they're trying to get the players ultimatum. You can't go with him.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's a bad look. And I said this once before when Tony was on here. I said it ain't Kiffin that doing all the talking. It's the university doing the AD, the boosters, the president doing all the talking. They the one gave him the ultimatum, and this proves it, right? What didn't it prove that what I said, what they did, and what they basically give him. Hey, you can't. Hey, you gotta make the decision after the bowl. You gotta make. Come on, what is that? That's an ultimatum, man. Let us know what you're gonna do. So we're gonna
Yeah,
make the
yeah, that
decisions.
is.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that is yeah, that is an ultimatum. Salute to you, Agent Smith, and I stand corrected. I was actually defending the university last Saturday on the program on the kickoff show on the Saturday morning kickoff show, but I stand corrected. There was some type of ultimatum given to Lane Kiffin, and I think that was mishandled because the thing is, you don't want to disrupt the locker room. You don't want to disrupt the locker room. These kids have worked hard for Lane Kiffin. They played hard for Lane Kiffin, and if they want Lane Kiffin to coach them throughout the postseason, then he should be allowed to. He should definitely. This notion that salute to you, Bacardi Obama. Good morning to you. Good morning to everyone that's coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. This notion that he shouldn't be allowed to coach the team if they make it to Atlanta next Saturday, or when they host a playoff game. I mean, they wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for Lane Kiffin's work. If it wasn't for the work that Lane Kiffin put in to build this program to get it to this point. They are about to do something special today. They're about to win their 11th game today. If they're able to take care of business, they will win their 11th game. This has not been done. No Ole Miss team has won 11 games. You got to go all the way back to 1962. So
Right.
in my opinion, Lane Kiffin, when it comes to Ole Miss head coaches, Lane Kiffin it should be on the route Mount Rushmore. And regardless of what happens today, uh, if they have any kind of integrity, if the University of Ole Miss have any kind of integrity, they will build a statue of that man in front of that stadium because this program has never been on the level that is on today. Never.
See, and I'm saying this, right, and to that point, Ole Miss had not had this much attention. The state of Mississippi had had this much attention since Ole Miss and Mississippi State were ranked 1 and 2 that year.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's the last time, and ain't nothing came out of Lane Kiffin mouth. All he been concentrating on Ole Miss football.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And my perspective of Lane Kiffin, I don't care how you don't like how he did when he left USC or the job before that or job before that. He was, I put it away, he was committed 100% to Ole Miss, seeing it through before he announced what he was going to do.
Hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, he was 100% committed to seeing this whole thing out. And Ole Miss, ain't no telling when you're going to get back to this level.
And I think part of the reason why he has not let's just be honest here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. Lane Kiffin already knows. I guarantee you, Lane Kiffin, his wife, kids, and Jimmy Sexton, his agent, I guarantee you, all of them know where he's gonna go. And
Yeah,
they know right now at this very second where he's gonna go. If it's LSU or if it's Florida.
yeah.
They
And I'm saying,
already know.
yeah, and I'm gonna say this right here. With that being said, one, who to say if the University of Ole Miss didn't open their mouth, Lane Kiffin was going to stay? Who to say he wasn't going to stay? Now, who want to stay at a university that forces them out? Basically, would you want to stay at a university that actually that gave you
That
ultimatum?
that would
No.
definitely put a bad taste in my mouth. That would put a bad taste in my mouth because I feel like I earned the right to remain there and coach the team. Now it's one thing to do it as an assistant. Now, for those of you that remember, and here's how you know this could disrupt the team. Let's go back to 2016, the week before Clemson and Alabama were about to meet in the national championship game. Lane Kiffin had interviewed for the Florida Atlantic job. Word got back to Nick Saban. Nick Saban fired him before that national championship game, and that Bama offense was just out of sync. They went up 14-0, but the rest of the game, that Bama offense just was not the same. It was nothing like it was the previous year when they actually beat Clemson in the national championship uh, in Deshaun Watson's first year. The second year, when Deshaun Watson and Clemson won it, that Bama offense did not look the same as it did the previous year. And you could tell
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin did not have his fingerprints on that offense that night. They weren't ready and they got beat. They got beat. They ran out of gas and they got beat by Clemson. So, and I think the offense was out of sync because when you fire the offensive coordinator or if you force the head coach out before a postseason game, that will throw the chemistry of the team off, and that's something you don't want to do. The administration, the Ole Miss, the boosters, all the ones that are angry. Number one, you can't get mad at someone that wants to advance or further their career. You know how Lane Kiffin get down. We all know how Lane Kiffin get down. He don't stay in one spot long. So you should have seen this coming. Now, if you didn't want the man to leave, you had ample opportunity. You could have did the same thing Indiana did. You could have made him the highest paid coach in the offseason last year because the fact that he was considering going to Auburn 2 years ago, that should have been a warning shot. That should have been a warning shot to, hey, look, we need to raise up some money. We need to get this man a lifetime contract. We need to lock him down for the next 10 years. That's what they failed to do. And now, and for those of you that don't know, Lane Kiffin is like, as far as highest paid head coaches, Lane Kiffin is down the list at number 10. Number 10. There are coaches in front of him that he's a hell of a lot better than, in my opinion, that are getting paid more. Their salary is more than Lane Kiffin's. And that's egregious. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So don't blame the man to leave and go get generational money. And from what I'm hearing, LSU and Florida both are willing to pay are willing to provide him with a recruiting budget. Like I think Florida's going up to like 20 million. LSU is willing to go up to 25, 30 million recruiting budget. Do you know what if he did what he did at Florida Atlantic, did what he did at Ole Miss with a small budget? Just imagine what he can do with a 20, 25 million or even a $30 million budget.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm pick back what you talking about the offer him a contract, not offer him a extension on a contract before, even before it was talked about him going to Auburn, not not offer him contract to stay at Ole Miss, and then compound it with get him an ultimatum. What do you think the man gonna do? That is crazy. See,
Yeah.
Ole Miss messed themselves up. Ole Miss
Hmm.
messed themselves up.
Hmm.
But I'm like right here. He gonna make an announcement after the Egg Bowl. We don't know if he going to LSU or Florida or stay at Ole Miss. We don't know. It's just our
And
projection. It's just our projection that he's leaving Ole Miss. It's our opinion.
exactly. Exactly. And I think the only reason why he has not announced it, he hasn't done what Eric Morris has done, is because he don't want to be told, "Hey, you can't coach the team." He don't want to leave those players hanging. So if you look at it, because I had to take a pause and step back and take a look at the entire situation, I think he's playing this little game with all three schools, LSU, Florida, and Ole Miss, because he don't want to abandon the players. He knows it's pretty much. I think he's leaving Ole Miss because if he wasn't, he would have already announced. He would have told Pat McAfee when Pat McAfee put him on the spot. He would have told Pat McAfee, "Hey, look, I'm not I'm not leaving Ole Miss, but I think he is leaving Ole Miss. The biggest question is where is it going to be? Florida, LSU. I'm listening to Allie Peak uh, this week, and Allie Peak is very confident that he's coming to Florida. I'm listening to LSU podcasters, Mr. Dawgs. He's an LSU podcaster, very confident that he's coming to LSU. So I really don't know. Your guess is good as mine. I really don't know
You're
where
right.
he's
You're
going
right.
to end up at, but um, I think he would be. He knows where he's going. I think he would be a lot more transparent if it wasn't for the ultimatum. I think the ultimatum is really the real reason why he's kind of like playing a little chess game right now.
Yeah, and I'm like this right here. See, like I said, we 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 on here is giving our opinion. He might go to LSU. He might go to Florida. He might take a 360 and stay at Ole Miss. See what I'm saying? He might be playing the game. Okay, let these media say this, say that, whatever. I'm gonna stay here at Ole Miss. And
I
another thing is, no ring. He ain't said nothing. Yeah, like you said, the players are playing for him.
hmm
That's the bottom line. The players haven't given up on him. See, if Ole Miss do not let him coach the, let's say they make the SEC championship game, and they don't let him coach the playoff, we already know how good that team is. They're good enough to win it. Am I right?
hmm
They might just go
Yeah,
like, ain't no use of forced out coach out. Why go out here and try to win something for a school that forced out coach out? And guess what? And some of the players that were planning on staying, you might lose, especially them good players.
exactly.
So
Salute to you, Ren Rock Dubs. That's fine, cause you just like that guy on three. He picks against us every week. He picked Charlotte to beat us last week. Anytime y'all hate, we stay great. When people hate, you just only thing you can do is stay great. Good morning to you, Sniper. Happy Black Friday to you, and I hope you had a blessed and joyous Thanksgiving with your family. Salute to your brother. Salute. You right on time, man. Right before we get ready to start the Q&As.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving with family and everything. I hope everybody out there had the same. Um, let's get into it, man.
All righty. Okay, let's start it off here. The road to Miami is getting closer and closer. The road to Miami. And the first question, Lane Kiffin will be coaching at blank in 2026. We coming through the door sniping this morning. We
no
coming
pun
through
intended.
the
No
we
pun intended.
no pun intended, brother. No pun intended, my brother. But we coming through we coming through the door. Hey, blazing on all. Hey, listen, man. Lane Kiffin will be coaching blank. This is one opinion we have not given yet.
I'm gonna say this. I'm saying he's standing at Ole Miss. For some reason, he gonna stay at Ole Miss.
Now that's a bold prediction right there. That's a bold prediction right there. Okay, man. All right. Okay. Sniper. D Troop is saying he will stay at Ole Miss this time next Saturday. Um, I'm talking about like in 2026 that he will be. So he will. That will have to be said today, if that's the case. If you're right, D Troop, that announcement is going to be included in today's big announcement. So hey, this is like
No, hey,
LeBron. This is like LeBron announcement, the decision 2.0
yeah,
today.
and the reason I said that is, look how many recruits they probably got in the 2026 class that coming in because of him.
Well,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
look. You can
yeah,
always
Hey, I'm gonna say this:
yeah. You're
rebuild
right.
the
does not get.
roster, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Go
but
ahead.
He
Go ahead,
does
Smack.
not care. He does not care about recruits, bro. He does not care about recruits. I'm saying LSU. It's
Okay.
going to be a sneaky. It's going to be a sneaky. What they got going on in LSU right now with the firing of Les Miles being so for no
Brian Kelly.
reason.
Brian
And with
Kelly.
Brian Kelly, sorry, Brian
Hmm.
Kelly. Uh, there was no reasoning behind the firing, as they keep saying it throughout the week. LSU has to make a strong decision who their coach is going to be. And I think they're gonna throw the bag at which what he wants is the bag. He don't care. I don't even think he care about championships because he doesn't stick around enough time to build a team that can win the championship. Um, the other reason is just the bag. So that is what I'm gonna stick with. I think he'll be at LSU in 2026.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give my pick. I also think he's gonna be at LSU. And it was remember I was saying last Saturday, pay attention to whatever school is the quietest and whatever school is making the most noise going into Thanksgiving week. And Florida has made the most noise. They've showed their hand. A couple of I'm hearing a couple of Florida podcasters are mentioning Lincoln Riley. They're mentioning Plan B, where LSU none of those podcasts mention anything about a Plan B. They are one that no infinity times infinity sure that he is coming to LSU. When it leaked out about the agreement about how much he'll be making, man, 90 million contract for 7 years. But that recruiting budget, that recruiting budget, I think was what sold them because that's something that I don't think Florida can do right now because Florida, all of their other sports programs are elite. The swimming team, the soccer team, the softball team, the baseball team just won national title a couple of years ago. The basketball team just won a national title this year. So you got to keep, it takes money to keep these programs winning. So the gymnastics team, they got to spread the wealth out. Where LSU, it's more about football, basketball, gymnastics, track, the softball team every now and then, the baseball team every now and then. But there's a lot of money that can be poured into that football program. And remember, a lot of people got to remember LSU is an oil. I mean, Louisiana, the state of Louisiana, that's an oil state. There's oil in the state of Louisiana. There's oil money down there.
I'm just gonna say this off the rip. I pray nothing happened to Kirby Smart, but I don't want Lane Kiffin as a coach nowhere near Georgia. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
That'll never happen. That'll never happen. As a matter of fact, I could see him at Bama before he would ever end up in Athens. And here's the thing: if I'm Lane Kiffin, I would opt for option A. I would go with D Troop's answer. I would remain at Ole Miss because I don't think the board's going to last at Alabama. He may survive this year, but next year, The people at Bama look at him as an outsider. He's getting the Bill Curry treatment. He's getting the Bill Curry. They look at him as an outsider. They don't really care too much for him. And if Lane Kiffin just was a little more patient, remained at Ole Miss, signed a 2-year extension, I think when DeBoer leaves, Lane Kiffin would be the next man up. That's the job he really wants, fellas. He wants to be in Tuscaloosa, coaching and being the head coach of the University of Alabama. That's where he want. That's where he wants to be.
Yeah, and Kelly the boy is playing with Nick Saban players, right? And like you said, next 2 years we're gonna find out what he really recruit, can he really coach? And Kelly the boy is case from the same almost the same spot where Brian Harson came with. You know what I'm saying? People gave benefit of the doubt, but he didn't pan out. He didn't had the luxury of the players that Gus had in there, right? Like Nick Saban left. See what I'm saying? So he didn't have that showing like Kayla the boy got this year. But we're gonna find out next year what kind
Mhm.
of players he brought in, and that gonna tell the tale right there.
Well, my thing is you can't get caught up in that. Here's why. I'm gonna give you because you keep harping on that D truth. Let me remind you what happened in 2017. Okay, remember 2017? Let's go back to August of 2017. The first week of August, Bob Stoops, out of the blue, out of nowhere, quits. Remember that? He just quit out of the blue. He didn't get fired. Wasn't no mess, no drama, no scandal, no nothing. He just quit. He just like, hey, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I got to step away. Out the blue, like 3.5 weeks. 3.5 weeks before the start of the regular season. Players were jumping in the transfer portal, opting out, and Lincoln Riley took what he had left, put Band-Aid on it, and led them to a Big 12 championship and took them to the playoffs. Double overtime loss to our Georgia Bulldogs, which I still feel, even though we won, and I'm happy we won that game, I still feel like Oklahoma was the better team that day in that Rose Bowl game on paper. But hey, you know, and they won a Heisman. Baker Mayfield. He coached Baker Mayfield to a Heisman. So, coach leaving and taking players with him and the recruits and people jumping in transfer port. You can't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid of that, man, because you never know. You never know what you got. Those players that are behind the main players, behind the prima donnas. I call them the prima donnas, the ones that's about the dollars. Those kids are the hungriest ones on the roster. They're the hungriest ones. And the hungriest ones are the ones that's going to deliver you a conference title. They're going to deliver you a playoff berth and could eventually deliver you a national title. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to happen.
So where you think Lane Kiffin going?
I think he's going to LSU,
Okay.
but he's going to regret it in the long run because it's like he could have had the job that he really wanted. Because if now I don't think he'll announce where he's going. If he's smart, he'll say, "Look, I'm not returning to Ole Miss, but I'm gonna coach out but I wouldn't reveal where I'm going until after that damn Iron Bowl." I wouldn't say, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
sign nothing. I wouldn't sign nothing until after that Iron Bowl because if they lose, if Bama lose that Iron Bowl Saturday night, you already know D True. You already know we from that area, man. We from that area. You already know all hell gonna break loose. All
And
hell
and,
gonna break loose, bro.
and then on top of that, they just say somehow Texas wind up being Texas A&M. It Georgia and Ole Miss in the SEC championship game.
Exactly. But see, the thing is, that really don't play a part in it because the administration is basically saying today is it for Lane Kiffin. They don't want him coaching any postseason games. And if Atlanta is on the table, that would be considered a postseason game. So you'll bring up, I guess you'll promote Charlie Weiss Jr., which he has some coaching experience. He's the son of Charlie Weiss, one of the greatest NFL coordinators of all time under Bill Belichick. 3 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
Not a bad, next man up. He has that pedigree of calling plays and being an offensive guru.
You see, and then Ole Miss got to think how the players gonna react if Lane Kiffin is not coaching. Let's say the SEC championship game or the playoff.
You
And,
you
and,
you
and,
keep you keep
and,
coming
and,
you keep
and,
coming
and,
out with the
but
players
hold
and
on,
stuff like that.
but
It's
hold on, hear me out, Sniper. Hear me out. Just like you said, oh, it wasn't an ultimatum that Ole Miss gave him, which we found out it really was an ultimatum. So, see, the player who going, the players are playing for Lane Kiffin, not the coaches, not the coaches around it. They are playing for Lane Kiffin. If he's not coaching, if they found out he's not coaching in that, as let's say SEC championship game or the playoff, they might throw the egg bowl.
That they're not gonna do that. 'Cause here's why you can't do that. Here's why you can't do that. You don't want to put that idea of you laying down in a postseason game. Do you know that will taint the rest of your college football career? You will not be able to get another NIL deal from no other school. I don't give a damn if you go to a Division 3. You probably will have to go to a Division 3 school, but you gonna get banana money. You ain't getting nothing nowhere near what you could get on a bigger level of a power 4 level. You can kiss that goodbye. Look what happened to Nico. He went from a 9 million to 4.5.
That's just an observation because, like, can if we announce after the Egg Bowl today, how would the player react? You see what I'm saying? How the player gonna react? How the coach gonna assure them players that okay, if we go ahead and leave, we still got you. We still gonna try to make this run.
That's
listen.
that sounds good, D True. That
Yeah.
sounds good, man. But I'm gonna be. Let's go back to that Oklahoma game. The adjustments that were made late in that second quarter. Do you honestly think Charlie Weiss could have done that? No, that's Lane Kiffin. Those adjustments, it it takes an offensive guru to make those kind of adjustments in the middle of a big game. Possibly in the limit, their backs were against the wall. They had just lost to us. Their backs were against the wall, brother. And Lane Kiffin, he had to act fast. He changed the program on that Oklahoma defense. Right there, right there before halftime. He switched up and it worked in the second half. It was a masterful coaching performance. I don't like the way he's getting down. I don't like the way he's moving either, D Truth. But you got to give the man credit. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest play callers in college football history when
But
his
but,
coaching days are done.
but like I said, it's not only him; it's the university itself too. You see what I'm saying? So it's blatant go around in this situation.
Yeah. And that's why I set the record straight earlier in the show. That was before you came on, Sniper. Come to find out, there was an ultimatum uh, given to Lane Kiffin by the Ole Miss administration, which I think that was a bad move, terrible move. That pretty much I think took them off the table. That's why I don't feel that he will return. Because if he was going to return, he wouldn't be setting no decision date. Remember when LeBron had the decision? We knew one. We didn't know if he was going to choose the Knicks, the Nets, the Lakers, or the Clippers, or the Hawks, or the Heat. We didn't know where he was going to choose, but we knew one damn thing one place that he wasn't going to choose. We knew he wasn't going to stay in Cleveland. We knew that. We knew that.
We definitely did, but
Hmm. All right, now next question. Mike Elko, man, the last time Texas A&M got a chance to do something tonight that they haven't that this school has not done since, man, Hitler was marching through Poland and Czechoslovakia and starting to take over Eastern Europe. Uh Texas A&M has not been been on this level since Franklin Delano Roosevelt's second term in the White House. I'm talking about 1938. The last time that this team will go 12-0. Now they was good in 1992. I think they went 11-1 or something like that. But 12-0 last time they did this, 1938, and they won the national title. So with that being said, right now is Mike Elko. Should Mike Elko win Coach of the Year for the 2025 college football season? Yes or no, fellas?
I'm gonna say no. Settnetti at Indiana. Indiana. When the last time Indiana had a football program like this?
Lee Corso had a couple of good teams in the late 80s, remember? Anthony Thompson was their running back. And Indiana came very close to going to the Rose Bowl and winning the Big Ten. So,
but
But
I,
Settnetti, he turned that team around.
go ahead, Sniper.
this is very much as a toss up. I know it's not about the pretty wins, but that win in South Carolina probably solidified him to being the coach of the year. Coming back 27 points, um, being down 27 points at the half, and coming back and winning. I think that solidified his coach of the year. Uh, I say no because I just look at the teams he's played. Um, and again, he has done something with Texas A&M, but I'm leaning more towards yes because that South Carolina win was amazing. So Mike Elko should be the head coach of the year because of that game alone.
Okay, let me throw something at you, and then I'm going to give you a second chance to answer it. Both of y'all second chances. So we're factoring in a couple of things. They went up to South Bend. And now we know that Notre Dame team is damn good. We know this now in the last Saturday of November. Now we know who Notre Dame really is and how good they are. They went in the South Bend in prime time and dominated them. Took the lead, and the score says it was close, but Texas A&M dominated that game, man. They dominated that game. Then they was in a dog fight with Auburn, but they pulled it out. Okay. They got tested. I don't give a damn about South Carolina. South Carolina is just like Auburn. They are a hell of a lot better than that record states. They just had a few injuries, and Shane Beamer is a clown, and he's made clown decisions that has cost that good team, that good South Carolina team, possibly a shot at going to the playoffs or a shot at going to Atlanta. But they weathered that storm. They were down, fellas. They were down, what, 30-3?
27 points.
30-3. In college football, in the NFL, we've seen comebacks happen like that in the NFL because the clock stops. They're reviewing this and commercial timeouts and all of that. But it's hard to do that in college football, especially in today's college football with that running clock. It is hard to do. They weathered that storm. So if they exercise their demon, because Texas has been A&M's boogeyman for decades, if they can go in Austin and beat a team that has only been beaten one time at home, and that was by our Georgia Bulldogs. If they go in Austin tonight and beat that Longhorns team, and then go to Atlanta and beat either Bama or Georgia, you mean to tell me you still ain't gonna give him Coach of the Year, D. True, Sniper? Because what
Okay.
other coach would have a resume that thick in 2025?
I still say that he's going to be the he should be. I mean, this is the South Carolina game alone. To be down 27 points, and yeah, he did. I don't think he was tested, but he wasn't battle tested.
Not yet.
Not yet. I don't
Not
think he
yet.
was I don't think he's been battle tested. He might get it today. It all depends on what or tomorrow. I don't know. What all depends on what Texas team shows up. Um, he caught Notre Dame on a time where he,
They
they
no. They were desperate. Remember, they had just came off a loss. They had a bye week. They had a
yeah, that's
week, an extra week to prepare for the Aggies. They had that game at home. We were kind of like, we were kind of skeptical of Notre Dame after how they got handled by Miami. But as the season goes on, man, we seeing these highlights and how they're just decimating teams and destroying everything in their path. This Notre Dame team is damn good. It might be better than what they were last year, in my opinion. Now,
yeah.
they 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 were tested against Auburn. They were tested, Sniper. They were tested in that game. They were tested in that game because all at that time now Auburn was ranked. I think they were like 11 or 12 or something like that. That was a game. That was an old school SEC knockdown, drag out defensive battle, bro. 16-10 final score.
Right. That's like I said. They've been tested. Have they been battle tested?
I think they have. I Notre Dame and South Bend against Auburn. They were battle. I watched that game from start to finish because I had that game on my parlay. I had the game on my parlay. I watched that game from start to finish, bro. It was a physical game.
I'm
One,
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right here.
that defense can hurt business. They done hurt every team that they done played this year. They done put out 2 or 3 players in the game, per game.
I'm gonna say this right here. It's gonna come down to Cincinnati, Indiana. It might come down to Mount Echo. We ain't gonna know till after what after the season,
That's who ain't
to the
been
regular
tested.
season.
That's
Yeah,
who ain't been tested. Segneti, Indiana, and I'm not hating for all you Indiana fans that think I've been hating. I'm not hating. I'm just calling it as I see it. I don't think Oregon is legit. I don't think they legit. I think they got a good draw of a schedule this year. I don't think Oregon is legit. The Big Ten is kind of down this year. Just like the SEC had a down year last year, the Big Ten has a down year this year. I don't think Indiana has been tested, and I don't think Ohio State has been tested. I really don't.
Ohio State definitely hasn't been tested.
Mm-mm.
What's going on, Renrock? Good morning to you.
I say Elko, I say it'll be I don't think Cincinnati will get it because he got it last year. I don't see anyone getting it 2 years in a row. I think it'll come down between Elko and that Texas Tech head coach. That's who. I think those two are running neck and neck. The Texas Tech head coach and Mike Elko. No, Cincinnati won the last year. They're not gonna let them do back to back.
I can agree with you on that one.
Yeah, yeah, Texas Tech. Yeah, I agree with that because Texas Tech coming in this season, who expected Texas Tech to do what they did? We were looking at everybody but Texas Tech.
Hmm.
Mm.
So it is what.
Now I think Sniper has said, "Watch out for him." He didn't pick him to win the Big 12, but he did say, uh, "Watch out for him." How many ranked wins does Elko have? The thing about it is, you only play the teams that's on your schedule. Auburn was ranked. Auburn was inside the top 15 at the time. Missouri was ranked when they beat them. They beat Missouri so bad that they dropped Missouri out of the rankings. And Notre Dame, of course. Notre Dame is a playoff team. Notre Dame is being considered as a playoff team. They beat Notre Dame on the road. We cannot, we can't poo-poo that. That was a big ass win. That was a big win. So, and what they did to Florida. Florida, yeah, they didn't have a good year this year, but they got athletes over there. They got elite players on that team that we will be seeing playing on Sundays. Okay, the next question. Texas could sneak into the playoffs with a 9-3 record, Sniper, with a win tonight against Texas A&M. Yes or no? Could the Longhorns get in as a 3-loss team? Can they pull a Clemson? Can they do what Clemson did last year? Yes or no?
See, this it's kind of difficult because you don't know what the committee's thinking. Head-to-head wins don't it really don't matter no more to the committee. They say it does, but it really don't. Um, and then you have the teams. Who would they jump over if Texas win tonight? Who would Texas jump over and take out of that spot? That's deserving of that spot if they win their or win
They would
their
they would have a case
rivalry
against
game.
Notre Dame. They would have a huge case against Notre Dame. Definitely. Because they beat okay. They would have a victory over Notre Dame. A head-to-head victory over Notre Dame. So you got two teams that got a head-to-head victory over Notre Dame. That committee got to make a move. They're gonna have to make a decision. Miami, Texas, Notre Dame. What you gonna do? So you gonna put Notre Dame in over two teams that come on now. Two
Yeah,
teams.
yeah, yeah. I mean that's just
If they
that,
hanging their head on that, they hanging their head on that Texas A&M loss. But the Texas beat the team that beat Notre Dame.
facts. And but I'm gonna say
Then
they would.
then
I
they
think
had
they
the toughest
would.
road schedule. They had the toughest road schedule in the nation. You got to admit this, Sniper. What are the three places that you don't? If you were a coach, a head coach, what are three places that you don't want to travel to? Columbus, Ohio, the
Georgia
Swamp, and
and Swamp.
Athens.
I again I don't know if the committee, in my opinion, if they beat the number two team, number three team in the nation, then yeah, I think they'll sneak in at the number 12 spot, maybe 11. But then you had that, okay, and I don't know if this is the next question up, and don't want to jump the gun, but then you're gonna have Alabama. Okay, well we gonna be 9-3.
This is the problem with Bama. This is the problem with Bama. That committee looks at losses.
Mm-hmm.
they're looking at your losses, and Bama fans are in this fairy tale world where they are trying to erase what happened in Tallahassee, and you're not going to be able to do that. I've been saying that since day one. Ever since it happened, I already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna get lucky. You're gonna roll off a couple of wins, and then you're gonna run into some trouble in November.
I'm gonna say this right here.
And it's gonna come down to a team that has a little stronger resume. But this committee takes they looking at losses, and
Yeah,
that state loss is looking worse and worse and worse by the week.
and
That,
the thing and think about Texas losses. Them teams was still winning.
yeah.
Now, if Florida State was stayed on the course they was on, that loss would look good for Alabama. That loss would look good to Alabama. But since Florida State took a dip, a deep dive dip, that loss looked bad. That's a bad loss.
That's a
As
bad
they,
loss.
as they say in Calabasas, that's a bad loss. They're good losses, they're bad losses. And that right there, that that didn't look good. And then on top of that, when they lose in Jordan Hare tomorrow, uh, to our ranked team, and what
That
the
is a big if,
yeah,
capstone. If that's a big if. That's
and
that's that's a big if. They're gonna have to go to Jordan Hare. They're gonna have to beat Auburn. Then they're gonna have to go to Atlanta and beat whoever they gonna play in Atlanta.
yeah,
But
and,
I'm just saying, and I've been saying this all season. I've never seen a team win a national title that couldn't stop the run and that couldn't run the ball on offense. That
say,
that ain't never I ain't never seen a team win a national title that couldn't do those two things. Not in my lifetime.
Not in
and,
mine
and,
neither.
what we was spoiled the whole shebang. We talked about this last night on Warriors on and we were behind the scene of Amondo. Miami is not out of the playoff hunt. SMU they beat who they got? They beat Pitt. SMU loses. They go on to Virginia loses Virginia Tech. Miami goes on to the ACC championship game and win the ACC championship game. They in. They gonna knock somebody out.
Well, not necessarily. If they go in as
Not
ACC champion,
necessarily.
they ain't knocking nobody out.
They
Only
ain't
at
knocking them.
only in at law. I'm gonna tell you who could knock Notre Dame out completely out the box. Michigan.
Yeah.
If Michigan upset Ohio State, ain't no way in the hell that committee gonna leave them out of the playoffs at ten
Mm-mm.
and two with the because they will have the best win out of any team in the nation. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem that Bama will have when they're going up against Notre Dame. Because if that happens, that will be a disaster for Bama. Because then now that's gonna drop Notre Dame down, and Bama gonna be vying for that 11th spot. And then
Mm-mm.
you're gonna compare resumes, and Notre Dame ain't got to play no conference championship. Notre Dame will be done at 10 and 2. Then they gonna compare resumes. Okay, yeah. Bama's strength of record may be a little stronger, but not by much. Maybe a little stronger, but not by much. No, Notre Dame got some ranked wins on their schedule too. But then they're gonna look at the losses, where
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame lost to the number 3 team in the nation, and they lost to a top 15 ranked Miami team. They're gonna look at Bama losses. You lost to Oklahoma, ninth ranked Oklahoma, and you lost to the worst team in the ACC, Florida State.
Mm, there it is.
That's gonna
And
be the deal
Capstone.
right there. That's gonna be the deal
Mm-hmm.
breaker right there. If you have to
Yeah.
go against, if you have to go against Notre Dame, the only way you can overcome that, you gonna have to win in Atlanta. It ain't just about the Iron Bowl. The Iron Bowl will get you in. Winning the Iron Bowl will get you in if Ohio State take care of business against Michigan, and if everything goes according to, and if everything stays the same, that Iron Bowl win to help you. But if something happens, if somebody slips up, like if Michigan, it could happen. Hell, it's gonna be what 20 degrees tomorrow. It's gonna be snowing and the wind gonna be blowing. See, Ohio State is a finesse team. They like to pass the ball. Michigan is a grind out playing inside the trenches. So Michigan's kind of built for them for that kind of weather conditions. So anything can happen. Anything can happen.
And think about it. Michigan beat Ohio State. Going to beat Indiana. You think they're gonna leave Ohio State, Indiana, and Michigan out of the playoff? Ooh, boy, come on.
Right now, Bama's 3.5 favorite over A&M. Y'all was 6.5 favorite over Oklahoma. Y'all was 6.5 favorite over Oklahoma. Stop listening to Paul Feinbaum. Stop listening to Stephen A. Smith, and quit falling for the Vegas Dulo twist, because that's all it is. They trying to trick people into taking their money. That's all it
Wait,
is.
oh, wait,
Y'all
wait.
was six and a
This,
half
this,
favorites
this.
against damn Vegas. Against Oklahoma, and what happened? Y'all were
I,
25-point favorites against Florida State, and what happened?
I understand their capstone. That I like it. I like how the way you fight for your team. I like it. But
That's what I'm saying.
you
That's the
talking?
problem with these
You're
Bama fans.
talking.
They delusional. They're delusional. They think it's 25th. It's like their mind is like, it's like their mind mentally they think it's 2015. But if you look at that calendar that's on your wall somewhere in your house, it says 2025. You're not on that level. You're
I would
not
say,
on that level. You can't run and you can't stop the run. That's a
think,
problem. That's a
think about it,
problem in late
and,
November.
and think about it. The point spread came out right. What were they? About 7.5 point favorite against Auburn. It
Hmm.
dropped two. It dropped 2 points. It already at 5.5. That means Vegas really. I'm going to tell you, Vegas really don't have no confidence. You covering a 7 point at 8 point spread. They Vegas really don't think y'all going to win that ball game. Am I wrong for saying that?
No, you ain't wrong. But I don't never go by Vegas. Look how many times Vegas has been wrong this year. It's hard to predict these things, especially point spreads, because of the parity that's in college football now. You could do it 10 years ago before the NIL era and before the transfer portal era, but it's hard to do it now. It's hard as hell to do it now. All right. I was trying to wait on Sniper to get back up here. Keys to victory for Georgia Tech today.
I'm going to say they got to play better defense than they played against Pitt. I'm putting it on their defense. They got to play better defense. They got to play better defense. If they don't play better defense, ain't no way they're gonna have a stand a chance in snowflakes and you know where to win this ball game, or even keep it close. I'm gonna put it on their defense.
Sniper, keys to victory for Georgia Tech today.
Pick your poison. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna go with D Truth. The defense. Stop the run. Stop the pass. You can't do both because we have a offense that can. Okay, you stop our pass. We're just going to run the ball down your throat, and we seen what Pitt did to you. So you're gonna have to step your game up. And Haynes King is going to have to play the game of his life. But the key to victory for Georgia Tech is that you're going to have to pick your poison.
Yeah, I would just take a chance and go ahead and load the box up. I will load. I will load. You look. It's like this. If I'm Brent Keys, if Georgia gonna beat me today, they got to beat me in the air. He gonna have to do what Lane Kiffin them did. Look, you ain't gonna get me on the ground. You gonna have to get me in the air. Salute to you, Russell Red. You got to get me in the air, and which we know Garner can get you in the air, but I ain't gonna let you get me on the ground. Cause see, the thing about it is, I'd rather give up explosive plays and keep the clock running than to have you doing a Kirby death march on me. 17, 18 play drive and then finishing up with a touchdown. That is demoralizing.
But you know the bad thing about that is, Armando, is that you let Georgia get a taste of blood, and it's like sharks coming from miles away to that spot. So they're gonna have to slow down that Georgia offense, um, and defense is going Georgia Tech's offense has got to be. You know, one thing that another victory is Georgia Tech got to do. They got to change up their offense come the third quarter. They got to change their offense up completely because again, Georgia is known for that second half. And Russell Red, what's going on, brother? You gonna stop calling me Little Snipe now? You gonna call me Big Sniper because I got that win over you, bro. Still love you,
Exactly.
bro.
Exactly. He said salute Mondo Detroit tonight. We beating A&M today. So who gonna play in the SEC? If Texas win tonight, if Texas win tonight, that will put Georgia in the SEC championship game. That will put them in there. And the winner, if Bama take care of business in the Iron Bowl, then you'll have a Bama Georgia rematch. That's what will happen. Texas could spoil the whole. Texas could spoil the A&M's perfect season. And I've said before, it's hard as hell going undefeated, going being perfect in the SEC. That's hard, unless unless you got a lucky draw like what the Aggies had this year, where you don't see Georgia, you don't see Bama, you don't see Ole Miss, you don't see Oklahoma, and you don't see Vandy.
and you call Auburn in the early part of the year without this offense.
Yeah, that was a grind out game. That was a grind out game, but they were fortunate not to draw Bama or Georgia. You didn't draw Bama or Georgia or Ole Miss. Them were the three. Those are the three highest ranked SEC teams, and they didn't draw neither one of them. So hey, you know, but they gotta beat their big brother tonight. They got to exercise their demons. They got to beat their big brother, and that's the Texas Longhorns. The school,
We caught Georgia.
huh?
We caught him on a bad day. Get that off the doggone screen, Armando.
Man, we done beat y'all 3 games in a row, bro. We own y'all. That's owning, bro. We own y'all. We own
Hey,
y'all.
keys for victory. Keys for
Eh,
victory for Georgia today. Hey, listen. This be running on all cylinders, and this is play your game. Don't try to do well. We find out you could do stuff outside your rim, but hey, start quick, scoring your first drive, and let it keep rolling from there.
I'm
Did
gonna
you?
say I'm gonna say this right here. Georgia, do what you've been doing on offense. I like that offense Bobo been calling of late. I like that offense he's been calling late. Keep that same offense and put Georgia Tech on their heel. That's what you got to do. Put Georgia Tech on their heel. I'm not worried about Georgia defense. It's the offense. Keep Georgia Tech on their heels with that offense y'all been running the last 2 games.
I me and 225 girl was thinking the same thing. Tech is vulnerable. Take them to the deep waters and make them tap out. And I would add a little bit to it. Make them tap out early. Um, we found out last Saturday this team ain't built to come from behind. They're not built to come from behind. And if Georgia can jump out to it, don't play around with them like you did last year. Don't BSing around, playing around with them, go ahead and go for the jugular. Their secondary is okay. Their secondary is not elite. I know we can get them on the ground, but I would test them down the field. With Noah Thomas, I would test them down the field with Dylan Bell, Landon Humphreys, Delp. You know what I'm saying? Lucky, Lawson Lucky, Elias Williams. I'm testing them down the field. I'm testing them down the field. And then I'm going to the ground and I'm just ground and pound and ground and pound. I'm doing a Kirby Death March before halftime, a Kirby Death March. Every time I touch the ball in the second half, long drives. It ain't got to be pretty. Just get the hell up out of there with a win. Get on up out of there with a win, but jump on them early and jump on them often. That's what I would do.
Russell Red, all Mike Bobo is calling is a lot of screenplays. You know what? Hey, I'm agree with you on that. But you
I don't
notice,
agree because we beat them down the
hold
field.
on,
Go
I
ahead.
got
Go
you.
ahead.
I got you. But you
Go ahead.
notice at the beginning of the season, we were all complaining about these screenplays and bubble screens and this and that. But what did they turn into? Plays that people cannot stop. Everybody's attention is on Brandon
Mm-hmm.
because we've known to throw him the screenplays and he'll bust it 10, 15 yards, 8 yards. But then y'all forget that we do have receivers that can catch the ball when we fake that bubble screen and we throw down the field. Remember, Amondo, we was talking at the beginning of the season. We was doing the bubble. It was like, oh, he threw the bubble screen again, and we kept saying, oh, he missed. He missed. Delp down the seam. He missed.
That that that
Now it's
that's it.
coming to tuition
Yeah.
that they are making those plays down the field off of those fake screens. So yes, he's calling
Is
screen.
hmm exactly. And Russell Red, it don't make sense, brother, because how you gonna hate on a offensive coordinator that pretty much just dissected your defense. He dissected Mike Bobo dissected that damn Texas. He dissected y'all defense so bad, bro. He's up for an award. He's up for whatever that award is they give the coordinators. He's up. Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
made him a finalist for that award for that Texas game alone, bro. So it don't make sense. Your comment don't make sense, bro. We own you, bro. Beat us first and then talk shit.
Next question, please, sir.
Got blew out by us a couple of weeks ago, bro. You on here talking, man. Come on. All right. Okay, bro. The truth. Keys to victory for Auburn. I don't know why that's in there. Hey, I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. I'm gonna save that for. I don't know why that.
Hey, you know what? I already know what the key to victory is with
I
that
don't
one.
even know why. I don't know why that's in there.
Hey, you know the key to victory in that one, and I know the key to victory in that one.
I don't know why to keep. I don't know why that's in there, man. But let's go on into our game predictions.
You woke up happy this morning.
Mm-hmm. All right, man.
I'm taking on Miss.
That boy. Well, you man, hey man, you sure you still Auburn fan? Cause boy, you been keeping hard for Ole Miss a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we don't have we don't have them on our schedule for the next 2 years.
Man, but still though, bro, that was a Western Division rival at one time, man. That's just like me. That's just like me having all of a sudden newfound love for South Carolina. Or no, not Florida, but South Carolina or Missouri. You know, I still can't stand them, man, because we used to battle with them. They was a divisional rival of ours.
Mm-hmm. Who you got, Amondo?
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, bro. I think Mississippi State gonna jump out to an early lead, but I think Ole Miss gonna walk their ass down after halftime, and I think the Rebels gonna take it, bro. It's gonna be closer than the experts think. I think Ole Miss gonna walk them down on the last minute drive in the fourth quarter by Chambliss.
I'm taking Mississippi State. Don't sleep on them. I'm taking Mississippi State. Russell, hey, I respect you too, Russell Red. I respect you too, Russell Red. But you cannot compare us to no doggone Cowboy fans.
But I'm gonna say this right here.
What you gonna say, Keith?
The only problem with Mississippi State, they gotta learn how to close out the ball game. They gotta learn how to close out the ball game
And they
because
can't stop the run.
yeah, if they could close out a ball game, you know how many wins they could have had this year.
They can't stop the run, bro. And Karan Lacey gonna go off. I'm making. I'm gonna say that for the bold prediction at the end. But Karan, keep eye on Karan Lacey. Keep eye on him today. He gonna show out today. All right, Utah travels to Lawrence. Trap game. Trap music. I hear trap music in this one.
I'm taking.
Oh,
I'm taking KU.
Toast Gang 850. Salute to you, brother. You're taking Utah.
Taking
Nah,
Kansas.
he taking the Jayhawks.
Boy, you getting like Agent Smith now.
You know
You getting
what?
like Agent Smith now picking out the underdog, bro.
You know what?
You
Hey,
swing for the fantasy.
I'm like this right here. Utah is playing for a playoff spot, and they playing for the Big 12. Try at least to get a shot at a Big 12 championship game. I'm going to the. They go Utah Utes.
Only pushback I got against that is that they always play for a conference championship
hmm
game and come up short for the last couple of years.
But they
So
back against the. Hey, but they get back against the wall this year.
they back was against the wall last year.
But all I got to say for that is not so fast, my friend. They almost lost at home last Saturday to Kansas State, the little brother. Now, the big brother, you got to go to Lawrence and play the big brother, Kansas Jayhawks. I'm going with the Rock Chalk Jayhawks today, bro, for an upset. Utah is they're shaky, bro, and they're gonna get exposed.
What's up, Kayon?
Salute to you, Kenyon. Salute to you, brother. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you, and happy Saturday to you, bro. All right. Now this is turned into a nasty rivalry right here, bro. This is the war of the cornfields, the children of the corn war right here.
I mean, give me Nebraska on this one because Iowa can never win the fourth quarter. Give me Nebraska.
I'm taking Nebraska too. Uh, and for some reason, Iowa is. I'm going to say this. Iowa is a little brother of Iowa State. Put it that way.
Oh, man, I don't know why. Even after that butt whipping we put on Texas, the man's still trolling. The man's still trolling.
You know
But you
what,
pick, but you picked Texas to win the national title. The Russell Red. Come on, man.
man? Hey, you ain't got enough money in the world to replace me, bro.
um, it's one thing that scares me about this game. I want to pick Nebraska so bad because it's in Lincoln, and Black Friday in Lincoln, Nebraska. Them cone Huskers. My aunt used to call them cone Huskers playing today. Um, Raiola, man, that Dylan Raiola drama. Is it hurting the locker room? Is it causing division on the team? I'm gonna pick Nebraska, but I don't feel good about this one. I don't feel good about this one, bro. because Dylan Raiola talking all that yang yang about transferring, and I don't know why he didn't just, he could have had the decency to wait till this game was over and then talk about entering the transfer portal. But these kids, man, these kids nowadays, man, they're about that money, bro. They're about the bag over integrity. All right,
I'm going North Texas. You don't want to get it over with. Going to get it over with.
North
they in
Texas.
Philly, they in Philly, and it's cold up there, bro. It's in the,
Mm-hmm.
you think it's cold down here in Georgia? You think it's cold outside, bro? Do you imagine? Do you know how cold it is in Philly right now? You talking about a team from Texas, from the warm hot sun in Texas, traveling up to Philly to play in the 20-degree weather. But I agree with you though. I'm rolling with the mean green. Eric Morris, the next big thing as far as head coaches. Keep an eye on Eric Morris and what he does at Oklahoma State. He's gonna do with Oklahoma State what Signetti did in Indiana. I see that coming. He's a damn good head coach.
Mm. I'm gonna go with North Texas on this one.
Yeah.
I just think they just got it. What they got?
The mean green. I'm rolling with the mean green, man. I think I think they could take Tulane next Saturday. I think the
Mm-hmm.
mean green could take Tulane next Saturday. That's one game I'm looking forward to. Indiana, Purdue, man, this may as well be a red and white game or a scrimmage game, bro. Because this
I'm
ain't
taking.
nothing but a tune up.
I'm taking Indiana.
Yeah, man.
Come on, now. Come on, now.
It's a rivalry though. They hate each other.
Yeah, I
Indiana,
don't care.
Purdue can't stand. They just like, man. They just like Alabama and Auburn. It's a rivalry. It's a legitimate rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Indiana, bro. Hey, right with Indiana to the wheels fall off.
All right, they ain't mad at that, bro. Cause they hot as fish grease. And this year they are hot as fish grease.
Give me that. I'm gonna give you those Hoosiers. I just think that they just got too much for Purdue right now. Purdue, they decent, but they don't. I don't think they got the complete package yet. Give me the Hoosiers.
What makes this Indiana team doubly dangerous is their defense. That's the difference between Indiana and this 2025 Indiana and the 2024 Indiana team. Now that 2024 Indiana team, they would beat you 63 to 31. You know what I'm saying? But this year's Indiana team, they beating folks 50-7. You know what I'm saying? They got a defense.
Hey, um, do y'all think Indiana gonna score 60 points on Purdue today, or 50?
Hell to the yes, 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 yes. Now, you know what? You know what? No, 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 no. I take it back. I take it back. No, 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 no. Today is low management day because they got them Buckeyes next Saturday in Indy. They got a date. They got a date with the Godfather of the Big Ten. They got a date with the Ohio State Buckeyes. So I can see
Hey,
Signetti.
that if Ohio State can get past Michigan.
Well, if it ain't Ohio State, then you got to deal with the other Godfather, and that's Michigan. You got to deal with the Godfather of the North. So who you want? The Godfather of the South or the Godfather of the North? Godfather of the South, Ohio State. Godfather of the North, Michigan. You're gonna deal with one of
That,
them. You know
hey,
that. But it would be prudent to go ahead and put this team away in the first half, and then hey, uh, Mendoza, take a seat. Surratt, go ahead, take a seat. Wallace, go ahead, take a seat. Set them down. Set them
hey,
down.
hey,
Well,
what?
they still,
Hey,
they
what?
still might be in my 60.
Hey,
That could happen, man.
Hey, water girls, go ahead and take a seat.
Hmm.
Fans, y'all go ahead and take a seat.
Put the backup cheerleaders in
Yeah.
there. Give everybody a rest day. Low management in the state of Indiana today. Because, buddy, that's gonna be a game next Saturday night. That's gonna be. I
Whoever they
think that's
play.
gonna. I don't think Michigan will bring the juice that Ohio State could bring. And Ohio State in that they're gonna label that as the game of the century because they're gonna go in ranked 1 and 2.
Mm.
Only the SEC has done well. Yeah, only the SEC has done that. No other conference has done it like that. The SEC is the only one that's done it like that. Bama and Georgia went in 1 and 2 in
Mm.
2018.
Yep.
All right, this is a tricky one right here, bro. Duel in the desert. Arizona State, Arizona.
Give me
Hmm.
Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm taking. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Arizona. I think Arizona State still. I mean, they got some pretty uh, close losses, but they still. That coach got that. They got that team doing things that we didn't think the Arizona State had. You know what I'm saying? Uh, they're decent on offense. They're really good on defense. I just think that they got it what it takes.
Hmm.
I'm going to Arizona State, Sun Devils.
Yeah, I'm going Sun Devils too, bro. And I just experience is a good teacher, and that experience in the playoffs, and they had Texas on the ropes, and then I'm rolling with the Sun Devils. All right, one of the marquee games, the Battle of Atlanta, clean old fashioned hate. Georgia is the visiting team. Georgia Tech is the home team, but they're playing in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, I'm taking Georgia in this because I don't think Georgia Tech got enough defense to stop Georgia offense. Not way, but Mike Bobo being called in the game.
Snipe,
Sorry, y'all. I had to get some kisses from my old lady before she left.
ain't nothing wrong with that,
Uh,
brother. Ain't
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah. Um, this game right here, hey, this is gonna be a load management game too. Might see Pulaski. We might see some players. Peanut gonna get some carries in the game. Um, I want to see that Walker kid again. They need to go ahead and throw him in the mix.
Hmm.
George, hey, listen, Georgia Tech, y'all had a good season. We're gonna end it today. Give me my dogs.
Let me ask you a question, Sniper. If
Mm-hmm.
you are Kirby, would you play Allen and Bowens today, or would you sit them?
I will sit them for another. I will sit them for this weekend.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's my opinion too. I would sit them. I would definitely sit them. I think Georgia Tech will put up a fight in that first half. They're gonna come out like
Take the
playing out of their minds, but Georgia and Georgia start throwing body blows, body blows, body blows. This Georgia Tech team is just not built to sustain those type of body blows. I'm rolling with Georgia. They're the more battle tested team. I think Georgia Tech's problem was their weak ass schedule. They were not tested. Clemson, I don't consider that a test. They were not battle tested. They didn't see Virginia. They didn't see, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't see, yeah, they didn't see Miami. They weren't tested by the better side of the ACC. So now you going up against a powerhouse, a SEC powerhouse. You jumping from a mid-level ACC team that you struggled with last year by 2 touchdowns and some change. Now you stepping up in the big house against a powerhouse, a SEC powerhouse. Give me the Dogs, but I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think Kirby will go on a Georgia. It'll be probably like 10 points in the fourth quarter. Then Mike Bobo will go ahead and hey, all right, go ahead and put them away, fellas, and they'll go on a Kirby death march, 17 play scoring drive that'll take their hearts and end it. I say by maybe 14, 17 point win, Georgia.
Only thing that Georgia really need to do is that they need to just make sure King Hayes just don't start running all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, this is the thing. A lot of people saying Haynes King, this, Haynes King, that. We were terrible against the run last year.
Mm-hmm.
We the problem that Bama got this year, we had that problem last year. We couldn't run the ball a lick, and we couldn't stop the run. This year, totally different ball game. We can stop the run, and we can run the ball. We're one of the best rushing teams in the nation, and we're one of the best defenses in stopping the run this year. We don't give up big plays, so that stuff, that crap they used last year, that backyard brew play calling they did last year, they ain't gonna work on us this year. They ain't gonna work. Salute to you, G Bama. All right, the main event, the Battle of the Lone Star State. We're gonna start off with you, D Truth. Who you with? The Aggies or the Longhorns? This is the toughest one right here, man. The pick.
You know what? I gotta go with the defense. I gotta go with the Aggies. Always defense travels. No matter what the offense does, defense is always gonna stand up. I'm going with the Aggies.
You picking the Aggies in the main event. Sniper. I know this is a tough one. I've been going back and forth all week on this one, man. Who you with?
This
Who you got?
is what Arch Manning's going to show up. Again, what Arch Manning is going to show up. And Arch Manning is like LeBron James back in the day, could throw for 300 and something yards and still lose because they don't have the defense to stop. So give me those Aggies, A&M, or as my big sister would say, give me the ATM.
She gonna get you for that. You know that.
I am. I know.
You will be getting a phone call.
I,
um, these Aggies are just a team of destiny. I think they're the team of destiny. I'm not saying they're gonna win the national title, but they are going on a historic run, and I think it will mean a lot to them to finish perfect, to finish the season perfect, and to officially end their big brothers' football season, 2025 football season. Texas came in with all the hype, all the preseason hype. Arch Manning this, Anthony Hill that. If it wasn't Arch Manning, it was Anthony Hill. Arch Manning, Anthony Hill. Arch Manning, Anthony Hill. Sarkisian, the greatest thing since sliced bread. No mention of Mike Elko. No mention of Marcel Reed. No mention of that Texas A&M defense. No nothing at SEC Media Day. It was all about Texas. You know how much all the bulletin board this Aggies team. I don't give a damn about it being in Austin because see, here's the thing about Darrell K. Royal Stadium. This is what I found out last year when the Dawgs went down there and shut that place down. When something bad happens to the home team, that place get quiet as hell. You notice that, Sniper?
Oh yeah.
That place get quiet, just like Neyland. When we started coming back and scoring on Tennessee, what helped us was the volunteer fans. They get quiet when bad things happen to the home team. And that's how the Texans, they ain't like them Auburn fans and them Florida fans. They never shut up. Auburn could be behind 30 points. That place still going to be loud. They still going to be, War Eagle, War Eagle. It's still going to be loud. Same thing about the Swamp. They could be down 20, 30 points. They ain't shutting up. Them Gator fans going to still be, Gator bait, Gator bait. They still going to be doing that. But down there in Austin, they don't have that same passion. The fans lack passion when something bad happens to the home team. I'm taking the Aggies, man. I think they're going to finish it up. They're going 12-0, and they'll be waiting in Atlanta for either Bama or Georgia.
I'm going to say this: the last 6 games, you all chose the same team. The first 2 games we didn't. The first 2 games we opposite. But this game, this last game is this last game we all chose the same teams.
Well, we don't watch so much football this year. When it gets to this point, it happened like that last year too. We started like picking the same teams as down the stretch. So you know what you're working with. We know what the Longhorns are working with. We know what the Aggies are working with. We know what the Jackets are working with. We know what the Dawgs are working with. Most of these teams, we know what we know what Ole Miss working with. We know what Mississippi State working with. We know Mississippi State can't stop the run, and we know Ole Miss, they're a hell of a running team. And on that note, it's time to give out these helmet stickers. Who want to go first?
I'm gonna have to quit, but we can give out here with sticks tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole different slate. But today you got it because we didn't do a post game show Saturday.
So last week.
Everybody,
Oh
you
yeah.
got to give out stickers from last year and give out a sticker for a prediction for today.
You know who I'm going. I'm going with Deuce Knight. Nice. I had 3 choices. I got to go with Deuce Knight. He had a heck of a game. There's so no nervousness. He act like he was there. He been there before. So I got to give him out to Deuce Knight.
Damn good. I like that. I like them. Damn good pick. They already crowning him the next Cam Newton. Sniper, your helmet sticker from last week, and go give a no, D2. My bad, D2. You got to give one for this week. Give a prediction for this week, man.
I'm going to have to make a bold prediction. Jeremiah Carr next 64 yards for 1,000. He gonna get
no
200.
man, for today. Today,
Oh, for
not
today.
tomorrow. Today.
Okay. Mercedes Reed gonna have career day passing against Texas.
That's a bold prediction.
That's a damn bold prediction right there. That's a damn bold prediction. All right, Sniper. Helmet sticker from last Saturday and a helmet sticker for today.
Last Saturday, my game was off last Saturday. I don't know what was going on, but I'm last Saturday. I'm gonna give it to Pitt defense, or that running back from Pitt who just made Georgia Tech's tap out on defense was he ran the ball all over him. I don't know his name, but hey, that boy could not be stopped. Um, and my helmet, uh, my helmet for this week, I really don't have one for this week. I really don't, because I think that a lot of these teams this week is going to, like you say, do load management because they got a lot to play for next week, and they trying to get to their conference. But you know what? Let's give it to the team of Indiana because I think Indiana is going it's going to mollywop Purdue.
The young man you was referring to was Jacarion Turner. That
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
he lit that Georgia Tech defense up. He
Yeah,
lit them up.
He lit the Georgia Tech defense up, but you were right when you going with Pitt defense because room for Pitt defense against Georgia Tech, Pitt would have lost that game.
Yeah, Pitt defense. Hey, that's a damn good one. Okay. My helmet sticker from last week, Jeremiah Love. I haven't seen anything like him since Adrian Peterson. He reminds me a lot of Adrian Peterson because his style, he runs straight up. He's running straight up and he hits the holes quick, man. Kind of like got kind of a style of Adrian Peterson / Eric Dickerson. The speed of Eric Dickerson and the power, uh, that power, you know what I'm saying, that Adrian Peterson brought to the table. So Jeremiah Love gets my helmet sticker from last week. This week, Karan Lacey. The Mississippi State, they're terrible against the run. And I don't see how anything changes in a week's time. I think Karan Lacey, I'm not saying he'll do what Hardy did to him and drop 300 yards on them, but I can see Karan Lacey getting close to 200 yards on the ground.
I like that one. I like that one. Hey.
All right. So anybody, fellas, give me a bold I'm gonna start with you, Sniper. Give me a bold prediction for the entire day. A bold prediction. Something that ain't nobody talking about that's gonna happen. That you see that may happen today. Give me a bold prediction.
My bold prediction is that Iowa is actually going to play all the way to the fourth quarter and lose by a field goal.
No, so it'll be a redo of the Oregon game then.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I'm going the same way with Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Mississippi State is not going to lay down. Ole Miss going to have to kick his last second field goal, and don't be surprised it don't go in overtime.
So you are predicting a close Egg Bowl game.
Yep, going in overtime, and Ole Miss win it.
My bold prediction is I think Archie Manning is going to have a breakout game tonight, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. But he's going to have a hell of a game tonight. Kind of similar to what happened in Athens. He didn't play bad. He didn't play bad in that game.
He threw for 332 yards. I mean,
yeah. He
23 yards.
Yeah. He had a good night in Athens, but the defense, that Texas defense, couldn't pull their weight. And I think the same thing is going to happen tonight. The Aggies, man, they can beat you in so many ways. Their offense, they can run over you, around you, through you. They can beat you in the air. They can utilize those tight ends. They are loaded with weapons. They're so balanced. Their offense is so balanced. And I just think that the Aggies it's going to be pretty much a shootout, but I think the Aggies are going to outmatch them. They're going to outmatch them, but I think Arch is going to ball out tonight. but it'll be a losing effort, and they'll take their fourth loss tonight.
Well,
Uh,
just in. Clark Lee is not going nowhere. Just got a 6-year extension for Vanderbilt.
Well, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Clark Lee, did he sign it though? Did he sign it? Or they offering him a 6-year extension?
Say gives him. They don't gave it to him.
Well, that means Jared Curtis is head to Vanderbilt. Because from what I've been hearing, that's the only way that Vanderbilt was going to be able to hold on to Clark Lee is if Jared Curtis flips from Georgia to Vanderbilt. So, um, National Signing Day is December the 4th. Yeah, National Signing Day is Tuesday. Georgia fans, like
be
Wade Barry
prepared.
used to say, hey, I'm afraid I got some bad news. Jared Curtis is about to flip to Vanderbilt. That right there is a warning sign. That is a big clue right there that
Mm,
Jared Curtis is about to flip to Vanderbilt. So, hey, congratulations to the young man. Sometimes you just want to stay home. So
yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna knock the kid. I mean, I don't know. We don't know what's going on. His fiance, she could be expecting. She could be with child. We don't know. Same thing with um with the receiver that left Georgia, AD Mitchell. He left
AD Mitchell.
Georgia. Yeah, his fiance was with child. She was pregnant, and he wanted to be close to his family. So
Well,
sometimes go ahead.
the AD Mitchell child was already there. He wanted to go home to his child, right? She
Well,
has already had the baby.
Well, when Georgia won in L.A., I think she was like somewhere around her ninth month or something like that, and he
Okay.
had to make a decision. But either here or there, it was due to him wanting to be close to
With
his
his
family.
family. Mm-hmm.
And Jared Curtis, from what I'm seeing from this kid, he is big on family. He is very, very close, has very, very close ties to his family. So to leave Nashville and come all the way down here to Athens, I knew that was going to be a tall order. Now you add in that Vanderbilt, Clark Lee, they have, in my opinion, it's going to be a future. He ain't there yet, but a future elite head coach. Um, all he has to do is go in the transfer portal, now sniper, and put weapons around this kid.
Yeah. And like you said, we ain't knocking him for being. Now, if you had came to Georgia and left, I would say something to you. But
Mm,
hey, as long as you stay committed and stay true to your word, and you want to be close to family, hey, you can't say that. Um, but hey, it is what. But we picked up another quarterback right behind him, so
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's the way of the
he's for
game.
2028. He's for 2028. I don't know what Gunner is gonna do. I'm hearing rumors is that he's leaning coming back, but we don't know. I mean, if he continues to trend, his numbers continue to trend up, 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 up. Because right now he's sitting on Mel Kiper's board. He's sitting on Todd McShay's board, and they're both
Hmm.
saying if he comes out this year, he'll be like a late first rounder or early second rounder. So I don't know. Um, we'll see. He
We'll
could
see.
decide to come back. Yeah, but if he don't, and we lose Curtis, Kirby would definitely go in the portal and get us a quarterback. That's one thing about Kirby. He knows how to work that portal. If we found anything out in 2025, he went in that portal and he made magic. McCray, Noah Thomas, and Zachariah Branch, all three of them were hits.
Hmm.
They were all three hits there. So hey, I in Kirby we trust at Georgia. So,
Um, okay.
so on that note, everyone, hey, rivalry weekend, rivalry weekend is officially here, and it starts at 12 noon, which is we're a little under an hour for kickoff. Uh, Down at the Grove in Ole Miss and Sniper. We've had a great discussion this morning, D True Sniper. We had a great discussion this morning, and I'm gonna tell you like this: by the end of this weekend, come by Saturday night and come Sunday morning. Let's just say by come Sunday morning, it's gonna be some angry people going to church.
All
Sunday.
right. And I'm gonna pray for every single last one of them. It's gonna be a lot of angry folks.
Because it's
If
gonna be
you,
it's gonna be some slow walking, sad singing
mm,
being done on here. But D True, you might well get that T-shirt ready. Get it ready.
mm,
It's gonna be
nobody knows
yeah.
the trouble I've seen.
Mm. It's gonna be some slow walking, sad singing. Some got to give this weekend because everybody, it ain't enough seats at the college football play at the college football table. It's only enough for 12, so everybody can't get in. So
Man, maybe next
And
year.
hey, so Russell Red, hey, I agree with you. I'm agree with you on that. Arch needs another year under his belt before he start thinking about the NFL, just to hone in on his skills. Again, he didn't play terrible. Uh, I mean, you threw 323 yards against one of the best defense in college football. So I do agree with you. He needs to come back for one more year. Um, and that's all I gotta say about that. I'm sorry.
that draft class next year gonna be off the chain. That quarterback draft, you got hmm, Trinidad. You gonna have Trinidad in there. You gonna have Julian Sand in there. You gonna have Arch in there. Probably Gunner. Man, that class gonna be loaded. Old boy said he coming back, so I think he gonna have a better year next year. Both Lagway and the kid in South Carolina.
Sales.
Yeah. So that NFL draft in 2027, man, that draft gonna be loaded with quarterbacks. If you need a quarterback, I strongly suggest you hold off and wait until 2027. Because you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
may your future franchise quarterback may be in that draft.
Where D True go?
Salute to your common sense, TB. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and
Hey,
get your final thoughts.
yeah, hey, y'all keep my family in prayers. We be in a funeral tomorrow. I won't be here on the show in the morning.
Mhm.
Rough times, but hey, God is good, and hey, Tech, you about to get rambling, bambling. Your name about to
Man,
become your slogan for real.
and just another quarterback people ain't looking at.
He wasn't
Actually, he
done,
come.
man. He wasn't done
Oh,
doing it. Go ahead, finish up, sniper. Go ahead, finish up. Oh, I guess he is done. He is done, man. Okay. All right.
hey,
He got to
hey,
go out. You got to go out for Black Friday shopping. Go out.
hey, hey, she
Got to
look.
go.
Hey, she don't gave him that list.
Yeah, bro. She done did a U-turn on with me. Said, no, but put on some clothes. You going with me? You gonna help me carry these bags? All right, man.
Well,
All right, man.
I say this right. Ashton is plays like he played against Vanderbilt and like he been playing and showing this good. He gonna be in that draft class of quarterback. That gonna be a deep class of quarterbacks coming out next year.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. Yeah, 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 Ashton Daniels. But the thing is, man, I don't think he gonna be doing it at Auburn. I think Deuce Knight gonna be the man at Auburn, bro. Look, if y'all don't want him, somebody else gonna get him. I'm trying to tell you, y'all don't want him as a starter. He gonna start somewhere.
I'm gonna tell you what's
He
gonna
gonna
happen
start
is,
somewhere. He ain't
hey,
sitting on no bench, man. You hang that up, bro. He too good for that.
hey, if Gunner goes into the NFL this year, guess what? I bet you Kirby will offer him.
Hey, man, yeah. He gonna be the first one to get a phone call. Him and that backup from Mississippi State. Because Kirby was bragging on him too much. That backup from it. You heard him in that
Now,
press conference, Sniper. He was mad. You
mm-hmm.
knew Kirby, when Kirby do that much bragging on a player from another team, you better believe he got his eyes on him. He got his
Hey,
eyes on him, bro.
that's now that boy right there is the next Cam Newton.
Yeah, man, but that damn dude Snipe though, bro. Man, pull up them highlights, man.
Oh, I seen him. I seen him.
Man, that boy is cold, bro. Deuce Knight is cold, man. I'm telling you, man. You have no idea. Y'all don't realize what y'all got, man. I'm serious, man. Y'all don't realize what y'all got.
We realize what we got. But the thing is, if he sit behind Austin, he
He
gonna
ain't
get to
sitting.
play.
He too good to
Yeah,
sit, man. That kid's
Hey,
too good to sit. He too damn good to sit.
yeah,
And you know
yeah.
what, D2.
Hey,
D Famo, we doing all the Saturday picks on Saturday tomorrow. I'm sorry, Sniper. Go ahead, man.
hey, listen. Y'all keep putting people on the bench.
I'm
There's
telling
a
you, man.
reason why. There's a reason why you can't. There's a reason why y'all haven't got over that hump yet. Because y'all keep putting y'all good players on the bench. Talk about sit behind him for another. You see how that work out for you?
oh, y'all said Ashton Daniels ain't no good.
He ain't better
Uh,
than Deuce Knight. You know this, D-Troop. You know this. You know
But
that
I ain't
Deuce Knight,
but
pound for
hold on,
pound, is
but
the
hold on.
better
I'm not going
quarterback,
off.
man. Come
But
on now.
I'm not just going to go off that Mercer game. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm not just going to go off. Yeah, you think if Austin
That
Dan
was
could
an
play the last two,
undefeated team, man.
that they were not
That ain't no typical
FCS
cupcake.
FCS school.
It's levels to
oh,
this thing. They're
Yeah.
not your typical cup. They're just like somebody saying, "Oh, it's just North Dakota State." Would you
mm.
say that about North Dakota State? Oh, they're FCS school. Would you say that about North Dakota State?
Yep, they still they are a FCS school, aren't they? If he did that against North Dakota State, I would still say that was still the FCS school. You
I
know I would.
appreciate you, Russell Ray.
I will say this: if he's given the opportunity, I think he could do the same thing against the SEC defenses.
The facts.
Well,
Well,
hey,
why would you put
we might get
somebody? Hold on,
we
hold
might
on.
get look here, look.
D
This
True.
Ashton that should be Ashton Daniel last year, right? And he'd be there for two more. He'd be there for 2 more years, and he gonna be
Man,
the starter.
that kid ain't ready, bro. He too
True.
good.
But
That
then again,
boy
but
is
then
If he was my
again,
son,
D
I would tell him,
True.
look, man, you too good to be sitting waiting. That boy is elite. He is elite, D True. And you want to put him on the bench and let him collect dust and cobwebs? Come on, man.
look,
Mm.
nobody else is in the position we in right now. We got two good quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? We got two good quarterbacks. You see what I'm saying?
But one is elite. Deuce Knight is elite. Deuce Knight could be the y'all's next Heisman winner in a year or two from now. That's what I'm
Listen,
talking about.
listen what you just said. A year or two from now, right?
But he got to
Next
get
year and
playing
next year.
time. D True.
But look here, we don't know who's going to go be the starter next year. We don't even know who the coach going to be. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all
No,
see
I
it.
So,
I
don't see
already
so,
what you're
see it.
saying.
I
hey,
already see it. I already see the ticker going across ESPN one morning, Sniper. Uh Auburn quarterback Deuce Knight entered the transfer portal. Then
All right.
then a couple of days later, former Auburn quarterback Deuce Knight signs with LSU.
But the probably y'all fail to realize though, you still gotta go through spring practice to get he can get the starting beat out Austin Daniel for the starter quarterback job. It ain't no guarantee Austin Daniel gonna be the starter next year.
Hey, what you fail to realize
Eh,
is that
but you
it's
hold
not.
on,
Hold on, bro. You
hold on,
just
yeah,
hold
do
on
it,
now.
dude.
You just said something like we
Yeah,
wasn't responding to it.
y'all just handed him the starter job. You don't know if he's gonna be the starting quarterback. You don't know. I don't even know if actually they're gonna be the starting quarterback next year. Well, all I know he's coming back next year.
Okay,
I don't
Okay,
know.
but hey,
I don't even know if Ashton that gonna be with Auburn
hey,
next year. So he still
hey,
got to go
listen.
through spring practice to beat out a
Look,
quarterback
look,
for the quarterback
look,
position.
look here, old man Rivers. You-
Snipe, little
hey,
snipe, little snipe.
listen. No, wait, hold on, bro. Look here, old man Rivers. What we telling you right now, we're not even Auburn fans, and we are giving you the formula of how to win next year, and you still holding on to. Come on, bro. Hey, look,
I'm
I'm gonna tell
telling
you
you,
right now.
man, they
Put him
gonna
on the.
mess
Hey, look,
around and that boy gonna be in the Bama uniform next year, or he gonna be in the
mess around.
LSU
He gonna be in
uniform
red and
next year,
black.
Hey,
or he
but
gonna be
yeah,
in the
yeah, but
Georgia uniform. They're
but
gonna
hold
leave.
on. I'm gonna ask y'all this question. So, quarterback should be just heading the job instead of battling for it.
Now the thing is, man, it's
Yes or
value.
no? Yes or no?
Hold,
Yes or
hold,
no?
hold, 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 hold up. You see, I'm not looking at the Mercer game. I've been said. I told you this at the early part of the season. I told you this, man. We're watching the Baylor game. Deuce Knight is gonna be our starter sometime this season. But all that time wasted with Jackson Arnold, and then Daniels is in front of him. Look, man, all the kid needs is a chance. A chance.
Mute up, mute up.
I know that,
He
but
wasn't given no chance this year, man. This dude was buried at the bottom of the damn bench, man.
I see what you're saying. But you know what? See, I don't. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think Jackson Arnold should have been given that starter job anyway for spring. You feel what I'm saying? Just cause his name. You feel what I'm saying? And if Asher Daniel beat him out for next spring for the starting quarterback job, it does not beat Asher Daniel out for the starting quarterback job. We still in a good position. Cause who to say one of them get hurt? We still in a better position than some of these schools are. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, bro. He ain't been sit another year, bro. I'm just telling you, man. He ain't sitting another year, man.
He
I'm
is
just
not
saying,
fin.
man. You laughing? I'm telling you, man. He ain't sitting another year, man. He not because he don't have nothing but the Mercer on tape for this year. He don't have nothing but the Mercer game on tape. Now we'll see tomorrow night. If Durkin wants that job, which I feel he deserves it. But if he wants that head coaching job, man, you better play. You got to play both of them. You got to play both of them, bro. You ain't got nothing to
He already said.
lose, man.
He already said he gonna play both of them.
Oh, okay, all right, okay,
He already said that.
good,
I
good,
told you
good.
that last night. I told you that last night. See, I be researching, bro. Like I said, like tomorrow game is not gonna matter who at quarterback because they're gonna get a dose of run.
But
Man, listen.
Deuce Knight got that cannon for an arm too, like Cam had. Deuce Snyder hurt you. Deuce Snyder hurt you down the field. He can hurt you with his legs. He can hurt you down the field.
Hey,
That's all I'm saying, man. That kid is elite, man. I ain't seen.
hey,
I'm gonna say it.
D Truth,
They're
D
both of them
Truth.
better
Do
than
you want?
Jackson Arnold. Put it that way.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
D Truth. Do you want to beat Bama tomorrow?
What?
I said, do you want to beat Bama tomorrow?
We're going to beat Bama no matter who bet that quarterback.
I wouldn't say that.
Hey,
I would
no,
say,
put it
hey,
away.
you get a better,
Hey,
you
hold on,
got a
hold on.
better chance
Snipe,
of.
snipe, snipe,
Hold
snipe.
on, man. Let me
Snipe,
finish
snipe.
what I'm saying,
Let me ask you
bro.
this question. Let me ask you this question.
No, hold on. No,
Where have Bama
wait.
stopped
Let
the
me
run?
finish.
When have Bama stopped the run?
Oh my God.
When had Bama stopped anybody from rushing the ball?
Okay, that's
I
great and
wait.
everything, D
I
Truth.
wait.
That's great
I
and
wait.
everything, D Truth. But guess what? What quarterback can give you both?
Both of them can.
I,
He
I
was
All
think
the,
right.
I think Deuce Knight gives you. I'm not taking anything away from Daniels. D true. I'm not taking anything away from Daniels. I just think Deuce Knight just gives you that you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Deuce Knight just gives you that bro. I think Deuce Knight is like if he the starter, hey, definitely, I would hey, yeah, y'all got that because they
but
they are terrible against the run. They are terrible against stopping the run. You know, the defense is straight. I ain't got no questions about Auburn defense. It's gonna be a close game. They gonna long as you keep it close, keep it in a phone booth type game like you had against us, like you had against Kentucky, like you had against Texas A&M, and bring Deuce Knight in and Jeremiah Cobb together, closing them out.
if we
Hey,
close, if we
I
got,
compared
go
I
ahead.
compared Auburn this year to when Georgia had Justin Fields. You put a man on the bench and he gonna get upset
Mm-hmm.
and he gonna leave. You keep putting Deuce Knight on the field. I don't care if you give him, a couple of reps. He gonna if that man is not solidified and given the opportunity, he's gonna leave. I
Man,
think your best chances to beating Alabama tomorrow, your best chances is starting Deuce Knight.
I agree, but if they said they're gonna play both of them, bro. So I think that we'll see. I see Durkin going with the hot hand. If Deuce Knight come out there and he gashing them for 10 and 15 yards and on the ground, and then he throwing it down the field, lasers down the field, then I think Durkin gonna stay with the hot hand. G Bama boy, you flip flop more than Kangaroo Black. Cause last week you was over here saying I'm worried about Auburn. I mean, I've been seeing you in other chats too over there at Dog Nation. I'm worried about Auburn. I'm nervous about Auburn. Now you even said a couple of weeks ago you think you got Bama losing to Auburn. Come on, man.
He even
You
said
you thought you
he wouldn't
thought
even
you
take that
thought
bet
you
out of me.
you yeah you were calling blowout against Oklahoma, man. Come on, man. Y'all Bama fans delusional, man. Y'all Bama
Man,
fan delusional,
Wait a minute,
man.
wait a minute.
now
I'm trying to
How
tell
good
you.
that defense? How good that defense? Y'all can't stop the run, G Bama boy. Y'all can't stop the run.
and you know what? And to piggyback off of that, you can barely stop the pass.
They still think it's 2015, bro.
Man,
They
come
on that
on, G.
Back to the Future type stuff, bro. They think it's 2015, bro. Eddie Jackson ain't walking through that door, bro. Reuben Foster ain't walking through that door. Ashawn Robinson ain't walking through that door. Quentin Williams ain't walking through that door. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of them people walking through that door, bro. Y'all ain't got it like that on defense, bro. Now that secondary is nice. That secondary nice. That tie secondary nice. I give you that. But that front seven, bro, that ain't no Bama front seven. That ain't no typical Bama front seven, bro. Not the
I'm,
way running teams been running on y'all all season, bro. Come on, man.
I'm,
Ain't
I'm
no
gonna ask
haters,
you.
bro. We truth tellers over here, bro. I tried to
Oh,
tell you about Oklahoma. You thought I was hating when I called the Oklahoma upset. You thought I was hating then. I told y'all. I said, bro, y'all either gonna have. I told you thought y'all were going 11-1. I said, bro, you not going 11-1. I said it. I've been saying it since September 20th. Y'all not going 11-1. You got some
and,
weaknesses.
and
You
I'm gonna
got
let
some
y'all.
weaknesses.
I'm gonna ask this question right here. What Bama gonna do? They're gonna double team Coleman, or they're gonna leave 1-on-1.
That's another problem right there. Then you got Singleton, Coleman, Singleton, Simmons. That's another problem that we ain't even addressed. Auburn got more weapons than Oklahoma at receiver. Auburn has better receivers than Oklahoma.
And I don't
Coleman,
think.
Coleman will be playing on Sundays. Singleton will be playing on Sundays, and Simmons will be playing on Sundays. That's
and
three right there. Oklahoma ain't got weapons like that, bro, and they beat y'all.
and thing
Oklahoma
about
don't even have a good ground game, bro.
and thing about Auburn
Come on,
ain't
man.
even hardly do with the tight end. See, I don't think I'm gonna have to double team Cole. They're gonna have to double team Cole.
Man, let me tell you something, G Bama. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something a wise man once told me. Always go with your first instincts. And your first instincts, like a month ago, was that your Tide was going to lose to Auburn. So a man should always trust his first instincts, okay? Those were not my words. Those were your words, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me
I
pull out the
remember it.
receipts. You said that y'all were gonna lose to Auburn. You called it. You called it.
Hold
Now you trying to walk it back because you know you on that bubble.
Hey, who did?
You on that bubble, bro, and that
Hey,
bubble about to get burst.
Amondo, who did Alabama play last week?
They played
Eastern.
this junior college out of Eastern Illinois Junior College.
So he hanging his hat on. Is G Bama boy hanging his hat
He
on that?
he been he been listening to Kangaroo Black. Kangaroo, let me tell you something, man. Kangaroo Black will sit there, man. He a good talker. He can convince you. He got them Bama fans so brainwashed over there in his chat. If you by the time he done talking and he end his live, they'll leave his live thinking that Bama could go beat the damn Dallas Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles or the Buffalo Bills. they that delusional,
Hold on.
man. They that delusional, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right here. Okay, G Bam boy, I got a bet to make with you. All right, we do a post game show tomorrow. If Bama wins, after every sentence I say, after every statement I say roll tide. Now when Auburn beats Alabama, after every sentence you type, you got to put War Eagle in there. You want to take that bet? Do you feel lucky?
Bama will win, and there's nothing y'all can do. That ain't what you were typing over there, Dog Nation. A couple of weeks. That boy been over there. Hey, Sniper, that boy been over there Kangaroo Black chat drinking that kangaroo Kool-Aid. You better leave that kangaroo Kool-Aid
But
alone. It ain't good for you, bro.
but you know the bad thing
It
about
have you crashing out.
the last couple of segments I watched of Kangaroo, he seems worried. He know what and look. He know what his Bama team can and can't do.
It's that reverse psychology.
Mm-hmm.
You know something bad about to happen, but you trying to convince yourself. You trying to go, you lying and trying to and selling dreams to yourself, trying to convince yourself that it's not gonna happen. I was in denial like that before the SEC championship game in 2019. Well,
Mm-hmm.
before we played Joe Burrow, them, I did a live that morning. You was in the chat. I did a live that morning. I was talking all kinds of crap to Teasy. Teasy came in the chat and he was doing laughing emojis. He knew they was gonna destroy us in that game, man. He was laughing. He came in, a couple other LSU fans came in there laughing. But
Hey,
I look, man. I was nervous. Monday, I was like, hell no, we ain't got a chance in hell. Tuesday, I was like, I'm nervous about the game. Wednesday, I was like, you know what? I started listening to them locked on dudes. Them locked on,
Mm-hmm.
them two dudes that be selling pipe dreams. I started listening to them. And then by Thursday, I was like, you know what? We might have a chance. And then Friday, I started comparing. This is where I messed up at. I compared how they played Auburn and how we played Auburn. And then I convinced myself. I convinced myself by that Saturday morning. I just woke up. Oh, we're gonna upset LSU today. That's what he doing, man.
And look, and how did that work out? How did that work out for us?
Man, that was embarrassing, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
had to go live on the post game show and walk it back and apologize.
look, and look what he put. Why you can't do it? You so confident in Bama winning?
Man,
Man,
please, look,
listen,
look.
come on, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cancel nothing because see, it ain't over. You gotta deal with A&M, which I know damn well y'all ain't gonna beat them. I ain't no. I would be willing to put. I'm so sure about that. I would be willing to put money on that. Y'all ain't beating A&M. Y'all ain't beating the Aggies. Y'all are not beating the Aggies, bro. y'all ain't beating the Aggies, bro. The Aggies on this level. Y'all right here. Aggies on a whole nother. They can beat you in so many damn different ways. So many ways. They can get you on the ground. They can run through you, over you. They can beat you up the top. It ain't nobody in your secondary that can stop Craver. Nobody. Nobody.
And and think about this, Amondo. They played Oklahoma, right? Many of them kind of East Illinois. They played Oklahoma with a good defense. Now they're going to play Auburn with a better defense than Oklahoma. Then if they get past Auburn,
They ain't beating the Aggies. They are not
they
beating
don't.
the Aggies. They ain't
Nigga,
beating the
look
Aggies. Mm-mm.
look at the three defenses, the three top defenses in the SEC they got to play. If they get past Auburn, come on,
Y'all
bro.
ain't. This the problem.
Y'all
No,
ain't
this the
y'all ain't
problem. No,
no.
G Bam. I would love that too, but see, this is the problem. Texas ain't got enough to beat the Aggies. I don't give a damn if they play that game in Sarkeesian backyard in behind his house. I don't. They don't have enough to beat the Aggies tonight. They don't. They don't, bro. They do not have enough to beat the Aggies. Man, we talking about Texas, the same Texas team that should have lost to Mississippi State. They ain't, and you thinking, boy, stop. You'll see the Aggies in Atlanta. You'll see the
Yeah,
Aggies,
that.
and that's a must win. You got to win. You got to win, bro, because Oklahoma gonna beat LSU. Notre Dame gonna blow out Stanford, and um, then you still got that BYU Texas Tech factor. So to secure a playoff, you got to beat the Aggies in Atlanta. If you get lucky in Jordan Hare tomorrow night.
Check your IG, bro. IG messenger right quick.
Hold on. All right,
Hey, fellas, it's been
Sniper, go ahead,
it.
go ahead, go ahead with your closing statement, man. We got man time not pass, but we gotta get ready to get on up out here.
Yeah. Hey, y'all be safe today. Hey, the road's gonna be crazy. Y'all be safe out there, and especially if y'all in downtown Atlanta, because it's about to go down in Atlanta today. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And hey, y'all be safe. Love y'all. Snipers out.
Well, you told it wrong, Detroit. Shoot, you giving wrong information, man.
Oh, he don't sign, bro.
With
He's off
who?
the table. Vanderbilt. I told you he don't sign an extension with Vanderbilt. I told you that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, look, man. Like I said, I ain't mad though. I ain't mad at no kid, for choosing to stay home and close to family. Family is very
No, no,
important.
no, no. That the coach don't sign a 6 year extension with Vanderbilt.
I told you the only reason why he's staying. He said it weeks ago. Curtis,
Mm.
Jared Curtis,
Oh,
it will
okay.
be the only thing that could keep him there because of the success he's had with Pavia. Pavia leaving after this year, but Jared Curtis, man,
I don't blame
Jared
you.
Curtis. I think that's the only reason why he's staying, bro. That's the only reason why he's staying. I think Jared Curtis finna flip the Vanderbilt, and I'm prepared for it, man. And plus, man, we need a running quarterback. Jared Curtis ain't really that mobile. He ain't like he can move the pocket and extend drives, but we need mobility, like what Stetson brought to the table and what Gunner bringing to the table, man. You
But
need
I'm
that in
going.
today's SEC football against the SEC defenses, man.
So yeah, I'm going to go to love, respect yourself. Because when you love, respect yourself, you seek through the BS and self love, the best kind of love. Who can love you better than you love yourself? And one more thing, war damn eagle.
All right, brother. You be safe, man. Get home safe, man. And well, it all begins today at 12 noon. And I said a little under like 33 minutes. Kickoff in the Grove, and this is going to be a big Saturday. I mean, a big Friday. North Texas can pretty much clinch one side of the All American Conference championship game, and we'll have to see what Tulane gonna do tomorrow, and Texas A&M can clinch their spot in Atlanta. So tonight, and Georgia can just clinch out. Georgia can just clinch out. Salute to you, Chastity Long. Salute to you. Happy Saturday to you. Yeah, Georgia can just definitely they'll go from 99.9 to 100% making the playoffs with a win tonight. So we got some. What will Lane do? What will Lane say after the Egg Bowl? And how will this team perform in the Egg Bowl today? Will they send Lane Kiffin out a winner? That's going to be the question. I think they will. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out. Peace and blessings. Enjoy the rest of your college football Black Friday. Be safe out there if you're going to be traveling or out there Black Friday shopping. Make sure you be safe. Be aware of your surroundings. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. And one last thing. Forever and always, win, lose, or draw, tie, rain, delay, postponement, it don't matter. It's always going to be. Go Dogs. Sick 'em. Woo, 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 woo. It's time to take care of business. It's time to shut them yellow bees, them yellow hornets, or whatever they want to call themselves. It's time to shut them up and take back our respect. Because that game last year, like I've been saying for the last 364 days, yeah, we won, but we didn't beat them. Tonight, we need to make a statement. Go Dogs.
Woke up early, sun shining bright. Got the flag, got the fight. Ready for the big game today. College football fever. Yeah. Dugouts packed, the crowd's alive, cheerleaders spinning, waving flags, game day magic, feels like home, with Mondo, D-Truth, Uno, and Sniper on the mic. Are you ready for some college football Saturday? Let's cheer for our team, feeling the thrill of the game, screaming, jumping, never slowing down, together we're unstoppable, can't you feel the fun? Marching band, drums rolling out, tailgating, burgers cooking good, the field's lit, the energy's high, we're ready, let's make history. Coach is yelling, players running fast, from Texas to Notre Dame, Georgia, Clemson, USC, Tennessee, Bama to Ohio State, defending their crown. The final whistle, the crowd roars, victory we won, it's all worth it. High fives, hugs, we're all one, college football fever.